lot of work tomorrow night. Hello, everybody.
When are we not in the mood for work?
When I'm as sore as I am today.
Instantly regretted that.
Exactly. Good evening, everybody.
So we're gonna be boring about CrossFit for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow. Good workout. But bappies. Okay. Bappies are what we call it when there's a certain type of play with the toy with the cat, and like when you go fishing for the cat and he lies on his back and he swats at it. Yeah, that's what we call bappies. Burpees, on the other hand, the nonsense where you have to throw yourself at the ground and miss and then get back up at speed and get stuffed. They hurt, but they are good for us. Right? One of these days we'll throw ourselves at the ground and miss, and then we'll learn how to fly. And it'll all be CrossFit's fault. Won't that be amazing?
It's why there are doors on both sides of the gym. So high-end CrossFitters can just do loops.
Just do loops.
Yeah.
See, so once you achieve the level of CrossFit where you fly, they give you different exercises to do.
Yeah, you can lift a lot more trucks, and there are buildings to leap over.
And it starts to become those like flying levels in Spyro where you have to go through the rings and hit targets and stuff. That sounds like work.
Good thing we're not there yet.
Yeah. Good thing I haven't achieved the ability to defy gravity.
Sure you haven't. Sure you haven't.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
How are you? We are a little sore. There will be miscellaneous moans and groans as this evening goes on. And also from the game, which is super scary. And we're going into a super scary hidden passage, which won't have ghosts and Dustin and his mom in it, I'm sure. How's everybody doing? See, I can't ask those sorts of questions and then pause because it takes like 2 minutes for people to listen and then to respond.
How's everyone doing? Hello? Hello?
Crickets. Because I'm a potato. Yes. So it is Wednesday now. I'm sorry, I'm a little punchy. I've been worried about Dustin and Dustin Mom all week. Oh no!
Dustin Mom!
CrossFit Krypton. You laugh. But there is a Kryptonian weightlifters gym logo that I'm like, I want to
want that.
The other one I really want that's very popular at this gym is deadlifts and donuts. And I'm like, yep, that's my vibe.
Like them both.
That's my vibe right there. I was mildly traumatized from playing Scarlet Hollow, and then I got a notice from the city about water, and I got to talk to my HOA. Oh, dear.
Ooh, sorry about that.
As in they're going to shut it off? Or I hope everything works out okay. And that, wait, weren't you having so now I'm a lot more vexed. I'm sorry you're vexed. That sounds frustrating. I hope everything got sorted out. And there was something you were doing with your porch or windows being replaced or something?
Were you having a porch built onto the house?
I'm doing a table read tonight. Amazing.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Attempting to animate. That sounds really fun.
Amazing scenes.
Yes, many people probably have finished chapter 5 ahead of us, to which I say, congratulations. Great lead pipe mitigation. Oh, great. That'll be fun. Anyway, sorry. Brain instantly went into lawyer mode. Did you see the spine start to glow? Yes, exactly. Needed a deck replaced, had windows replaced.
God damn, dude. That's a lot of work.
We went for a walk because it has been just a heartbreakingly beautiful 2 spring days. Sunny. It was 16 degrees Celsius today. We had lunch outside the other day. There he goes. You coming up? Or are you just going to cause problems on purpose?
Which one do you think?
He's been sleeping in sunbeams. It's been really, really nice. This place was built in 2008. There should not be any fucking anything. Absolutely right. There should not be.
Built in 2008. It should still have that new house smell.
Appreciate that, Grim. Ducky, let me tab over to Discord and you tell me if there's any update to our standing content warnings that we'll have to make. But outside food, yeah, exactly. We sat out on our little table in the back and had a chicken sandwich and bugle potato chips.
Usually a chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There have been times where it's a chicken sandwich a couple of times a day.
I don't usually have chicken sandwiches for breakfast, but lunch and dinners too. Couple asked and answered.
Thanks for checking me on that. I appreciate it.
I'm fact checking everything right now. But I wrapped up at work today because I'm officially on medical leave starting tomorrow's procedure. So I have to have a snack before I go to bed because I'm not allowed to eat any food in the morning. Boo!
I pre-made the protein shake when you were somewhere between 6 and 8 a.m.
Yes, exactly.
And I know you, so it'll be 6.
No, the alarm goes off at 7. I'm behaving. It'll be
7 hours.
7 hours later. And also, everything's happening at once. Like in the 3 or 4 hours before we leave tomorrow, the electrician is coming to finally put in the last piece that's missing from the heat pump system so that I can have properly hot water again, which is why I didn't reschedule. And Jenna, our lovely house cleaner, is coming by.
I'm also hopeful the heat pump guy will do whatever needs to be done to it so that I don't have to fight the heating.
Yeah, we're still kind of, thank you very much, KP. We're still kind of making friends with what the heat pump does and its settings. The insulation in this house is really good, and it gets up warmer than it needs to be quickly.
It was 25 degrees in here the other day.
And it's like, okay, so how much lower do I have to set this thing? We're still figuring it out. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
The medical stuff will go great.
The medical stuff will go, and then it will end. That will be delightful. That's literally been like the week, hasn't it? It's been getting ready for this. Beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather after something like 42 straight days of rain. I did some recording on Monday for a new show, which I think I can talk about. I'll check and talk to you about it next week when I've done the other bit of recording I have to do, which would be really nice.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, because we're not doing next week.
We're not doing next week. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite been work, sleep, but it's been right up there. You watched a lot of Critical Role.
Yeah, we actually did over the weekend.
We're about to watch a whole lot more.
We did. We're starting to catch up. We're on episode
9.
Like 8 or 9, and there's like
15.
16
by now.
75.
Maybe 17.
Right, by now. So we still got a ways to go, but it's nice to sit and cross-stitch and chill out, which is good. What else is going on with you? Work, sleep?
Work, sleep. New show's done. I continue working to try and get out ahead on stuff so that when you're ill, or when you are recuperating, I should say, I can devote far more time to you, and it's going well. But I'm doing like 3 versions of everything I do in a week, and
you get to stop now. So
it gets tiring, you know.
It's a bitch is tired.
Although
it's a lot.
I have had 3 really lovely instances in the last month of folks who are either good friends and I really respect, or people who I've never talked to before but really respect, reaching out and going, I have a book coming out and you seem nice.
Say nice things about my book.
Help.
Yeah.
So that's been pleasant. I finally started watching The Pit, which is ridiculous. I understand. It's ridiculous in the sense
you like ER, you like Noel. That's fine.
It's ridiculous in the sense that it's competency porn and putting my cultural zeitgeist head on for a minute. It's really interesting. It's really interesting to see how a show which is fundamentally about people who work hard and are very good at their jobs in terrible situations has become so popular. And it feels to me like a beachhead away from the fuck you, I got mine bullshit of the last decade or so into the maybe if we helped each other, things would suck less.
Maybe we should just put our shit aside and dig a well. Right? To quote Brennan Lee Mulligan from Badlands. Exactly.
30 seconds.
I didn't.
Fuck you, long-winded. Anyway.
Alistair just made the mistake of reading a Reddit comment about a Pseudopod episode before coming on stream, and now he's perturbed.
I'm not perturbed. I'm just taking it as a personal challenge. Oh, he's so long-winded. No, I'm English. It's really, really easy to mix those two up.
Okay, sorry, there's one of those small... it's definitely spring. Insects are starting to exist.
Yeah, we got to watch that, otherwise he's going to go bug hunting all fucking night.
Yes, but perhaps not. But you know how insects are attracted to monitors, so it's like...
Yeah, exactly.
I think we might want to have to close the... There we go. Okay, we'll have to close the window. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the autistic dog in the pit is very cool. I am
Good for
instantly very fond of them.
Nice. All you enjoy. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful time. I'm just not into medical shows because it's just all drama. It's just all drama with bleeding and needles. They show needles all the time, and I don't like needles.
I do mildly have the fear for the Scrubs reboot quote. I'm like, please be good. I need you to be good. You were very good the first time round.
Well, and the first time round will always still be good, even if the new thing is not good. I mean, look at He-Man. Honestly, I have very low expectations on that.
I am fascinated by the new He-Man movie.
The fact that they put Jared Leto in it and hide him behind a mask and don't let him talk.
It's Skeletor.
He's supposed to be an avuncular shit.
It is,
and they're not letting him talk because it's Jared freaking Leto.
It's the platonic ideal of a chatty motherfucker. Skeletor's whole raison d'etre is he's skeletal and bitchy.
Yes, exactly. Skeletor is a queen. And they're not going to let him be one.
Skeletor is Megatron's bitchy older sibling.
Oh, God. Now I'm seeing that, I'm seeing that book club / excuse to drink wine night, right?
Right.
They put him in a mask to shut him up, right? I doubt it.
Foiled by a truck again, Megatron.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
Exactly. We'll see. I mean, we'll probably go see it. We're trying to go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
And I think we have been foiled. Yeah, I would actually say...
Yeah, Skeletor serves, for sure.
Yeah, we keep trying to go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and it was on at very civilized times, and we had no time at all. And now it's hit the thing which commonly happens in that area, which is where
there's one showing a night at like 9:30, right? You know. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
I'm going to go see Joe Keery fight Goo on Friday, I think.
Have a lovely time. I'm planning to play 12 hours of Blueprint on Friday. That sounds delightful. That's not true. I probably have like a whole... Do I have a to-do list? Let's see.
Do you have a to-do list?
Do I have a to-do list?
Do you have a to-do list? Did you just ask yourself?
I only have 3 things to do on Friday.
Which one?
Okay. One of them is a whole list of small things.
So what you're saying is one item on your list is a sub-list?
Yes. No, 2 of the items on Friday are sub-lists.
So you have nested lists.
I have 95,000 million things I could do on Friday, but I'm probably going to sit on the couch and play Blueprint. So there we go. Is this you staring at me going...
I'm workshopping the Jim from The Office look. They're good.
Yeah. I saw a Tumblr post that pointed the worst possible thing about the He-Man movie. If they will use anything from She-Ra, it will be their take on the original, not the Princess of Power version. Yeah. Fair.
How are you so good at this? I practice at home.
Yeah, see, Princess of Power is the greatest. Absolutely.
I don't like you. Why don't I like you?
Exactly.
I found out a couple of months back, Lauren Ash was in so much pain from an undiagnosed medical condition during the film when she was recording for She-Ra. She has no memory of quite a lot of that work.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch. I'm really sorry to hear that.
She does a lot of punk music these days. In that kind of getting it out kind of way.
Good. That's cathartic. That's good. Right. So let's talk about what we're going to do tonight. We're
going to be traumatized.
It's scariness. We're going to go poke around the hidden passageway in the closet of our room and see what terrible monsters we encounter. And it's very much an audience coloring adaptation, I feel. Yeah. And see what terrible monsters we find, and hopefully also rescue Dustin and his mom.
Dustin!
Or at least locate Dustin. Oh, God, we have to tell them about Bo. All right. So one of the glorious things about going for a walk in the evenings right now, when it's a little bit lighter and the weather is very much nicer, is there are so many dogs. All the dogs are out for their evening walks. And there is this delightful 8-year-old girl. Her name is Bo, and her coloring and her build look like kind of a husky German Shepherd cross. She's very tawny brown, but she has the black patterning of a husky, and she has the nose and the face and the brain cells of a husky. And she loves people. And she wears a glow-in-the-dark pink collar at night when they're on a walk, and her mom is an American woman. And Bo loves us. Like, Bo will come out to us and throw herself at our feet. Like, hello, people who love me, pet my tummy.
Like, we met her last week, and I was kneeling down to try and talk to a neighborhood cat. And I heard someone move behind me, and I moved to get out of the way of a pedestrian. And Bo, and I am not making this up, walked around me and did this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, full on. Hello, love me. I am wonderful. And we just ran into Bo again this evening on our walk, and she just full on.
This for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know you're gonna pet my I know you're gonna pet my tummy. I know you are. I know you are. I know you want to. Now I'm gonna jump up on you. Okay, I'll sit, but now I'm gonna move. Yeah, she was just wonderful. She's very sweet, and we got to see her several times. We saw two of our favorite older neighborhood cats, which is Olivia and her brother Stanley, who were out. And there was, who else did we see? We did not see Milo, the accountant cat. We call him an accountant because he's a black and white cat, and he wears a bright red flea collar that looks like a little bow tie. And his facial expression's like he's squinting all the time. So we think he's an accountant, which is why we haven't seen him, because it's tax season. He's very busy. What other dogs did we see?
There was the awesome little poodle guy.
The little white Jack Russell that had been all trimmed up.
Yeah, who was Twiglet if Twiglet was a dog.
Yes, exactly. And there was a new gray kitty, but the gray kitty didn't want us to get too close, so we didn't try that. But it was good. Grab your emotional support plushies, everybody. Oh, no! Milo was doing sexist. Yes, exactly. Right. So we're going to play some Scarlet Hollow, where Goblin says we need our emotional support plushies. That makes me very sad. And it will be scary. So there will be shenanigans afterwards. So
don't worry, we got you.
We have a little bit of a nice, pleasant little palate cleanser before the end of the evening. And then we'll remind everybody about scheduling, because we will not be playing next week because I will be in hospital. But we will be streaming on Sunday for more Obra Dinn, and the following Sunday, where we might still be playing Obra Dinn. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it goes.
On there's 70 people on the boat, and we found out what happened to about 35 of them.
Maybe 35 if we're lucky. But, you know, the environmental effect has changed, which makes me think that they're trying to shoo us off of the boat and we should leave, or we're going to have to spend a lot of time doing reverse deduction. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Ozzy.
Hey, Ozzy.
So, at that point, why don't we take our first break so people can go get themselves a snack and a drink and something cuddly to hang on to if they want to. Let me read the content warnings as well. And then we'll take a little break and I'll fire up the game. So headline, I'm just going to check Discord and see if there was anything Ducky said needed to add. Doesn't look like it. So headline content warnings for Scott. I have buttons for this. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Including a link where you can find more detailed ones, which may contain spoilers. But the headlines are phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, sexual themes, sound effects, violence, animals and children in peril, and there have been flashing, glitching, gross food, visual manipulation, non-consensual drug use, substance abuse, swearing, and unreality, which we've already seen some of in the flashback.
Who's Kanika?
Yeah, where's Kanika? Where's Kanika? But I'm really worried that it's actually a result of our choices and our environmental state, which makes me feel awful if that's the case.
This is civil all the way down.
Well, I'm wondering if it's but you could have gone to breakfast with Kanika and you didn't. You went to breakfast with Avery instead. And I'm like,
that's what anxiety feels like.
Really?
Yeah. If I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. It's not a pleasant sensation.
No. I do have a little bit of anxiety about what's happened to Kanika now, because she's been so thoroughly erased from our gameplay, according to the recap. So maybe we'll find out. fingers crossed. What was that? Fingers crossed, everybody. Go and get yourself a snack, a drink, attend to any pets or medications, and grab something snuggly. We're going to run the ad break and fire up the game, and then we will return to the holler.
Fuzzy kaiju at rest.
Right. Oh, come on now. There we go. All right. He's just going to twitch his tail at us, isn't he? All right. Camera. Rice pudding. All right. Shall we put the tail back? There we go. He's all comfy. We redone his bed a little bit. The box that used to be underneath it was very bumpy. It was like a little shelf that had some crenellations in it. So we found a different box that would fit mostly in that space and weight it down so that it's nice and smooth for his new bed. There we go. What's hardcore mode? What?
Hey, maybe don't click that.
That's new, isn't it? They did just run I just ran an update before we went live.
Hold on a second.
What's hardcore mode? Is that when it only lets you have one save? Do you get a golden D20 if you finish the game in hardcore mode? 3 traits, 0 good endings. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Lets you choose more traits at the cost of trait saves. Okay. So it's like playing a Harrowed in Deadlands. You get more points, but man, does it have a sting in the tail. Interesting. Nah, yeah. Nope! I played this recently. It is dark. Oh, man. Trying to remember if all of these bushes were always moving.
They weren't.
They've definitely been doing, like, what I call spot animation updates.
Being very cute.
Excuse me, sir. What is this? Sorry, guys. But... What? Bubba, what are you doing? There we go. Come on, Bubba, settle down. It's all good. He's grumpy that we haven't been playing with him for, an unlimited amount of time. Yes, I'm talking about you. Oh, I think he's just detected that I put the other bed up on the top of the bookcase. You gonna give him pizza? Here we go. Here you go.
Medicate with food.
Do you think you can bribe me, Father? Yes, child. Yes, I do.
Works every time. Every time. No.
He missed for finishing each chapter. No. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think hardcore mode is for me. It's alright. There we go. Now that the musical riff is completed, we can load the game. Alright, where did we leave off? Here. Yeah, I want fluffy mode. Agreed. Well, I guess that's a problem for future Stella to figure out. So, we've run out of explore options. Here we go. We're going in. Guess we found our way into the Forbidden Wing. He made this way too easy. It feels like a trap. You're going to be the death of me, Stella. You go first. I'm too scared. Or, this is too easy. I don't trust it. We're going to the downstairs entrance. We can figure out our own way in. Or, step into the secret passage.
I actually really like either just step into the secret passage or he made this way too easy.
I like he made this way too easy. It feels like a trap. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. They're doing... I can hear like a music box playing. He made this way too easy. It feels like a trap. What's he gonna do? Ooze on us? I'm not afraid of him. I am way too intrigued by this secret door. There is no way I'm letting him scare me away from going through a hidden passage in a closet to an entire wing of a mostly abandoned mansion.
I mean, when she puts it that way.
Oh.
Stella steps forward, filming as she dramatically opens the door, its hinges creaking appropriate.
Together, you enter the forbidden wing of the Scarlet Estate.
The room you find yourselves in is mostly barren, with no real furniture to speak of. The wallpaper is peeling with neglect, and the floor tilts uncomfortably beneath you. Already, you can see why Tabitha would be so intent on keeping you out of these unused rooms. This doesn't feel like a place for humans anymore.
I don't like that phrasing. That is of concern.
Not a place where nothing could live, but, well, humans aren't here. Oh, shit.
Stella continues forward excitedly, camera held up to catch every detail. You follow her into the hallway beyond the small, forgotten room. Wow, an exclusive look at the ruins of the Scarlet Estate. Even if we don't find anything supernatural in here, this is already great stuff. No, I don't want to download an update right now. Go away, computer.
Oh, Stella. It's a miracle we've survived so long. The places you drag me to sometimes, my goodness gracious.
Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. Keen eye, you can't help but notice the tracks leading up and down the grimy hallway floor. Clearly, the forbidden wing is only forbidden for some.
Oh dear.
Oh, those are fresh prints.
Those prints belong to that vile shell of a man, I'm certain of it. His scent is unmistakable.
Looks like our friend has been doing some exploring of his own. We'll have to be careful. I'd rather not run into him while we're sneaking around in here. All right, now I want to spend a moment looking at the image. I don't seem to be able to see it under the... I wish we could maybe make the dialogue boxes a little more transparent. All the paintings are sagged. This is all boarded up. There's another big pile of junk at the end there.
The entire building is listing in 2 axes.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think this is supposed to be a stairwell or another entrance. It's beautiful, though. Look at the ornate ceilings and the carved floral benches and everything.
Ducky says try H to hide the box.
Ooh, thank you. But, oh, this music! How dare you!
We have it, by the way, Brand located down to
Oh,
Bandcamp.
gosh. Yeah, there are tracks, and there's a lot of wind and debris and everything that's been blown in here. I don't see any ditch leagues or anything. Not yet. So, explore. Let's investigate the ornate entryway.
Definitely. You both make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. Seems like some kind of entertainment room. The sort you would expect out of fancy rich people who wanted to show off. The stench of mildew is strong here. Your already weakened lungs aching. And the strain of breathing in such toxic air.
It's not toxic. It's just...
You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms.
Yeah, some sort of big, idyllic painting.
This room has broken down the middle. Look at the 2 windows.
Let me just cracked right here. Fallen chandelier. Another ornate window here. Eek. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looked like it might depict the town. Jeez. It's a miracle any of this is still standing. Tabitha should really think about moving before this half of the house decides to finish falling off that cliff.
This room makes my nose tingle. It's not in a pleasant sense of the word.
Eni, your eyesight isn't what it was just a few days ago, but you've learned to work around the degradation in your vision. As Stella excitedly films B-roll of the ruined parlor, your eyes are drawn to a bookshelf, or rather what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. I don't even see the bookshelf. Oh, here. Maybe? Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. It seems that Stella has spotted it too as she turns her camera towards the dark entryway. A hidden room? Oh man, the fans are gonna love this! Let's look at the painting first.
Yeah.
So our options are explore, examine the painting, explore, investigate the hidden room, or I don't think we should go in there, Stella, let's go back to the hallway. So we're going to start by examining the painting. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of the painting. The church, and then there's somewhere you've yet to see. The historic Callaway Tremaine homesteads.
Are those the buildings above the church? Because in a stylized map like that, buildings above the church says a lot.
This is the mine.
Also says a lot.
Here's the church. Here's the manor. Here's the town hall. These must be the homesteads. That's my guess.
Who are the two gentlemen shaking hands over capitalism in the corner?
What did it say? It said Callaway Tremaine. One of these is Callaway and the other is Tremaine is my guess. And that would be our little town. Oh, there's a plaque under it. In commemoration of Enoch Scarlett, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project, lest the past never be forgotten. It says, let the past never be forgotten. Sorry about that. Are we sure about that?
Could we forget some of it?
Maybe some of it might need to be forgotten. Oh, I feel like writing something like that is just asking to wind up gathering dust in a neglected room exactly like this. Let this be a lesson to y'all of my viewers looking to immortalize their life's work. So, like all two of you, maybe.
Yeah, one of those is us. You know that, right?
Yeah, a bit above lower left are the Callaway Tremaine farms. Yeah, this area right here looks like the Callaway Tremaine farms. So are we gonna go? Okay, we're gonna save the game. And then we're gonna go investigate the hidden room. Callaway is Duke and Beau's family. Who's the Tremaines then?
Yeah.
Where's our dramatis personae? Hang on a second. Have we encountered any Tremaines yet?
I'm not sure we have.
Beau Callaway. Julius Tremaine, Beau's suspect in the theft of Big Betty, a large pumpkin. Hasn't been seen in a few days. Booby traps his land. So, we have a Hatfield and the McCoys and analog, don't we here? I.e. generational rivalry. You didn't talk to him, but Julius sits in the back at the diner in the first 2 days. I think we saw him at the counter. Yeah.
Also, you don't get two families shaking hands in a painting like this unless they've had to shake hands over something. I know, little guy.
Donkey took a screenshot of Twiglet being his adorable self, and the screenshot is adorable. Right? We didn't meet him. All right. Everybody ready for the hidden room?
All right.
Stella gives you a hopeful boost over the wide crack in the floor, her strong hands hoisting you across with ease. Together, you duck between the shelves, entering the dark room. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad cranks. Myriad is a word that means a number. So myriad is like dozen, right? It has a specific numerical meaning. The myriad cracks and holes in the walls. This pedantic interlude brought to you by your friendly neighborhood editor. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. You want to see what's not good? Look at all the memento mori we got going on in the corner here. That is like, yeah, it's like 1,000. I will look it up. Brief interlude. No. So it's saying in classical history it means a unit of 10,000. But common parlance is a countless number. But no, myriad means 10,000. Just like a moment. Anybody know what a moment is? We'll leave this for the chat. It is also another specific period of time.
Is that a dead fella in a box, or is that a revolver?
That is a gun. That's a Confederate uniform and gun.
Oh, god damn it.
And that is a Masonic seal right there.
Son of a mother.
In case we forgot our history lesson about Silas Scarlett, yep, that is a Confederate outfit. That is a stuffed buffalo. That looks like a Masonic Lodge symbol. Oh, boy.
There's a multi-pointed star, which is, I believe, one of the more unpleasant runes.
I think people are like, is this the seal that we keep seeing throughout? Here's Atlas. This is... Oh, it's Janus, isn't it? Two-Faced Janus?
What's in the chat? There's something in that chat.
Or it's just him exploring. We don't know. Yeah. This place is a whole vibe. But look. Oh, this is the back of another couch, isn't it? Look at how gorgeously it's carved. Is that a monkey mermaid? Where? Oh, yeah.
That is a very specific reference.
That is a deep cut. Nice. All right. Oh, man. I kind of hope we...
Bella's Weekly World News ass is going to be detonating with joy in this room.
Yeah. Creepy. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Yeah, the Java Mermaid. Yeah, I've seen one of those in person.
Really?
You did too. Remember, it was at the Magic Warehouse, Museum in Austin.
Of course.
Yeah. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing. Its occupants dusty, but mostly intact. Yeah, that's the pristine blade.
God, it is, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Next to a hand of glory.
Next to a hand of glory. Uh-huh. And 19th century adventurer and explorer vibe, right? Meaning rich guy who picked up everything he could carry.
Saw a thing from an Iranian comedian earlier today. Said, I went to the British Museum. Or as I like to call it, the evidence room.
The evidence room. So nobody... Yeah, this right here, Hand of Glory. The left hand of a hanged thief, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Made into a candle, and you burn one of each of the fingers that gives you a wish, but if you make a fifth or when you get to the fifth, something horrible.
There's also a variant of it in very contemporary, very good, and very horrible Australian horror movie, Talk to Me, used as a means of talking to the dead.
But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Right over here.
This room stinks to high heaven. It's a lively stink, not like the dead stink of the rest of this awful house. Unless my nose deceives me, I do believe there is some kind of wild animal in here. A possum, if I had to hazard a guess.
That is a fantastic phrase. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, and a Brit the source of antiques in the museum. Oh, Dustin's in here. excellent place to... Oh, is he being so adorable? Super cute again. Hopefully Dustin and Mom.
But if anything tries to lay a single paw on my Stella, they'll have hell to pay. Mark my words.
Yes, Gretchen.
Gretchen barks out at the rest of the room, attempting to intimidate whatever it is that she smells.
Yeah, amazing that this part of the house is full of treasures that could fund its renovation. Right? Shush, Gretchen. We wouldn't want anybody to find us here. Who knows? They might try to seal it back up. Amontillado? Amontillado stuff.
Gretchen quiets down, but that doesn't stop her from thoroughly investigating the space.
This is it, Stellars. The kind of find every urban explorer hopes for. A hidden room locked away in the Scarlet Estate full of weird artifacts and keepsakes no one was ever supposed to find. They weren't counting on a couple of investigative documentarians like us to go looking. But here we are, about to blow your family's sordid past wide open.
Hooray!
Does Gretchen understand that reference?
And to think just 2 hours ago we were eating pancakes.
Oh boy. So, options. Explore. Investigative documentarians. Is that what YouTubers are? Explore. Examine the desk. Or you've seen enough. Go back to the hallway. Well, I don't know. There's kind of like a couple of theories here, right? It could be Tabby doesn't want anybody to see all of this stuff because it's creepy and weird and racist as shit. She may not know it's here. I find that unlikely. But, maybe. Wait, hold on. Which reference? Investigative documentarians or Amontillado?
Amontillado.
Amontillado is not Agatha Christie.
It's Poe.
It's Poe. That's correct. Huh? There we go. So let's go with this one. Investigative documentarians? Is that what YouTubers are? It's what this YouTuber is. I've been thinking of opening with that instead of the YouTube thing. Then I wouldn't have to explain what YouTube is to any old people who ask what I do for a living. Not that the old people around here don't already know all about it and have YouTube accounts just so they can follow my channel. But you know, hypothetical future old people I ain't met yet. All right, folks.
How about we just examine the desk now?
Do I feel like we have to
I think we should save
again? Okay. We're going to save again because I can. Okay, return. Let's go look at the desk. You step towards the desk. Maybe there's something worth finding in its drawers. Dustin liked to hide in
he
drawers. Did. Let's take a closer look here. It's the kind that people can hide underneath. Matches, shells of some kind. Options: explore, open the top drawer, explore, open the bottom drawer, step away from the desk. You've seen enough, return to the hallway.
Top drawer, that shit.
Yeah, top drawer.
Top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit, emblazoned with the initials ES. The wax seems lightly gnawed. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents. Scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study.
Which is exactly the kind of guy I'd expect to find in a study like this.
Hidden among the documents, you find an ancient photograph. A stern, blonde man stares up at you from the detritus at the bottom of the drawer. A face you are surprised to find that you recognize.
It's Teddy, 1917. Yeah, museums would absolutely pay for some of this stuff.
It's the man from your vision. The one in the hospital bed.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bubs.
Are you scared? It's okay, baby. You don't have to be scared. All right.
I'm not scared. I'm hungry, Mama.
Okay, sure. Does he have crunchers now? Yes, he does.
Carefully angled bowl so that it's easier for him to eat. Always eats over the highest part.
Hey, I've seen that before. That's the picture of Theodore they put in the local history books. That's your great-great-uncle or something, the one who died in that collapse. I'm going to tell options. Explore. Tell Stella about your vision. Keep it to yourself.
We've been doing pretty well with fierce total honesty.
Yeah, fierce total honesty. Team fierce total honesty. Tell Stella about your vision. I had a vision of him the other day. No way! Alright, options. Enoch said he was working with a witch and that she'd be able to help him fix things, but this was in the hospital after the collapse. He didn't die in the collapse. He and Enoch talked in the hospital afterwards. Teddy was supposed to come home.
I'd go with the first one.
Or leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the first one. Now I wonder exactly why was a Scarlet, the boss's brother, working inside that mine, right? Exactly. Enoch said he was working with a witch and that she'd be able to help him fix things, but this was in the hospital after the collapse. Stella focuses the camera on you as you explain the vision you saw yesterday. She's clearly shocked by this revelation, drinking in every word, eyes growing wide. A witch? And then somehow they managed to convince the whole town that Teddy died in the collapse? What if he didn't, and some witch was involved? Sounds to me like your family had more than just Charlie Shaw's skeleton in their closet. Only option is to close the drawer. So they told a story. They told a story that the boss's son died in the mine to do something, either close it down or transfer the townsfolk to a different industry. It's hard to tell. And that, what is it that the witch was supposed to help fix? We don't know. Good boy. We're going to close the drawer. You could just stare at Twiglet now for a while. You close the drawer. All right. We're going to now open the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer jams as you attempt to pry it open. It would seem that even after all these years, the lock on it still holds. If only you had a little more strength. But your strength is Charlie's now, isn't it? Hold on. Let me give it a shot. Don't overwork yourself.
The thunk of cracking wood, it slides open. You're surprised to see familiar faces staring up at you from within a nest of old glass vials.
Odd glass.
Vermin, let me at them, I'll tear their little throats out.
Whoa, hey, calm down, Gretch. We don't need you getting riled up right now.
Please, no kill. Dustin already dead.
Wait, did I open that drawer in my run only because I had powerful build? Maybe. Or maybe I'm not able to open it. Maybe I'm not able to open it because my strength got sucked. Right. Dustin and Dustin's mom play dead. Okay, let me read this. Options. No, Gretchen. Dustin and Dustin's mom are my friends. You don't need to fight them. You don't have to be so dramatic, Gretchen. Gretchen doesn't even have any teeth to bite you with. Stella's got a hold of Gretchen. You're not going to be attacked. You can relax. Gretchen, get rid of these varmints. They've plagued me since day one. Or close the drawer. Let's say... What do we want to say?
I'm thinking the Dustin and Dustin's mom are my friends. Or you don't have to be so dramatic.
I think no, Gretchen is fine. No, Gretchen. Dustin and Dustin's mom are my friends. You don't need to fight them. Dustin?
Why, I didn't know you went around befriending every disgusting little wild animal in town. I was unaware I associated with someone of such low breeding. Though, I suppose I could learn something from you. Could reflect well on me to choose to mingle with the occasional riffraff. One shouldn't be too unkind to those who are lesser, even if it means I must put up with such odorous little beasts as these.
Oh, Gretchen, spoken like a true Southern belle.
Yes, I will somehow find it in my heart to look past this. I am a lady, after all. As the barking stops, Dustin stirs, life returning to his tiny body, though his mom remains in her half-dead state. That right, Dustin and human friends! And human big and strong, protect Dustin from ugly dog.
Alright. Many options. Explore. How did you get here, Dustin? Explore. Are there any secrets you know about the Forbidden Ring? Explore. Can I pet you? I will be very gentle. Explore. Are you going to come back to live in my room? I don't suppose you can let me have those vials you're sitting on, or close the drawer and leave the Apothums to their business. Alright. Let's start with explore. How did you get here, Dustin?
Other human come into room. Scary human. It scared Dustin and Dustin mom. Other human did much moving around. Dustin afraid that Dustin house would be moved too, and maybe Dustin would be eaten by scary human. But Dustin know about many places to hide, so Dustin and Dustin mom come here.
Do I want to ask if I can pet him?
I think that's the last one, yeah.
Are there any secrets you know about the Forbidden Wing?
Secrets? Dustin not know about many secrets. Dustin know upper room scary, smell like blood and storms, not good hiding places when human come. That's why Dustin down here instead. Nobody ever come here. Plenty little dark place to sleep too. Other secret Dustin know is stuff that look like food in other small house, not actually food. It not stop Dustin from trying to eat though. Could turn into food when Dustin not looking.
I'm gonna ask. May I pet you? I will be very gentle.
Dustin appears to think about this, glancing at the form of his pseudo-dead mother, then back up at you. Okay. Carefully run a hand along Dustin's back, rubbing him gently between the ears. He closes his eyes, seeming to enjoy the interaction as much as you do. He feels oddly greasy, and his fur is coarse and thick, but his tiny body is warm and comforting. Please, your palm.
Yay! Oh, how sweet! I'll edit that part out of the video. We don't need commenters starting
I
any
actually
fights
like the idea of Stella saying commonators. Commonators.
Starting any fights about petting wild animals. I know, I do hope that winds up being drawn for the final release. They wouldn't understand that you have some otherworldly bond with every animal you meet. Oh, maybe exploring that could make for an interesting video series. Explore. Are you gonna come back to live in my room?
This just Dustin house on weekend, but Dustin can wait for next weekend.
I don't suppose you'd let me have those vials you're sitting on.
Dustin glances down at the vials underneath him and his death-fating mother. He takes a moment before responding, clearly thinking long and hard about it. Human can take weird eggs. That's okay with Dustin.
You slide a number of vials out from beneath Dustin and his mom, who is still stiff as a board. A tiny trickle of drool leaks from the corner of her mouth, leaving a damp trail along the width of them. Bye, Dustin! Bye, Dustin's mom!
Okay. I love him.
You close the drawer, returning Dustin and Dustin's mom to their hideaway before turning to Stella with your haul of glass files. This is... Dustin, lucky humans have rare good nature. Lucky human reign in hell beast. Dustin almost die like siblings. Lucky human reign in hell.
Gretchen.
Okay. All right, let's see what we've got in these bad boys. You can do the honors while I hold the camera.
I love the idea that Mom is, in fact, not even playing dead. She's just lying still and waiting for you to fuck off.
Goblin says, in one of my playthroughs, Dustin admits eating the corkscrews of these vials, and his mother comments, I am glad Dustin is eating well.
Put that into food when not looking.
Did Gretchen kill any of Dustin's siblings? No, I think they're referring to the goat in the in the greenhouse that they had to move.
My understanding is Gretchen has not had teeth for some time.
Yeah, okay. My goodness. Look at my leggy boy. Him asleep. Oh, good boy. Alright, I feel the urge to save again. Sure, let's open the unidentified vials without even looking at them first. I like that all the characters refer to her as Dustin Mom.
You hold up one of the vials, twisting the cork. It unseals with a pop, releasing a smell like an old pond, like decaying leaves, damp earth. You target the corner of the slip of paper and it unfurls. The writing across its surface is crisp and clear as if it had just been written. Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you would probably have liked. I write you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news has yet reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday. The paper dissolves before you can finish reading it, as if it finally realized that it had been submerged all these years, turning to useless pulp between your fingers. These papers smell so strange. Like the woods at night or old leaves. I would be able to pinpoint it much better if not for the overwhelming reek of those filthy opossums.
That's a spell component, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Paper preserved in oil for an extended period of time shouldn't be intact, would be my thought. That just activated.
Did you see how many of them were in there?
Dozens.
Dozens. So did they leverage Charlie's death in the mine collapse to...
That would explain why Charlie was so angry. But no.
Let's go a little bit further. We're going to have an ad break here shortly, but... Tabby, were you able to get through that? It turned to mush before I could get through a few lines. Absolutely not. I can only make out bits and pieces. Something about a Miss Maeve. Lie. Totally. Or shake your head. I'm going to say this one.
Yeah. Total honesty.
I could only make out bits and pieces. Something about a Miss Maeve? Yeah, that was about all I got, too. Man, it's almost like it was made to not be read. Or it's just really old. Still, maybe if we keep going, we can piece enough of it all together. What do you think?
It's unlikely you'll have the chance to return here, and the vials seem too delicate to safely carry with you. Keep reading?
Keep reading or leave the rest of the vials in the drawer.
I'm voting keep reading.
Why don't you think about it, chat? Let's weigh in while we take our ad break for a couple minutes. Should we keep reading or should we leave the rest of the vials in the drawer? Keep reading, get some more clues. Leave the vials in the drawer, maybe not release a spell. Not really sure what's going on here. So have your discussions in the chat while we take a break, and we will be right back. Get up and have a wiggle, folks. It's been the 1 hour mark as well. The aches, they be aching. All right. Everybody seems to be interested in us keeping reading, so...
Everybody, I can't now.
All right. I guess we're going to keep reading. All right. We all back? We all settled? We all ready? Here we go.
Keep reading.
Keep reading. Miss Maeve. I don't remember anybody named Maeve that we've encountered so far. All right. Here we go. You open another. Miss Verena, trouble with tea. Your presence requested at once. And another.
Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge. But we both...
Again, it dissolves. Trouble with T. Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Hang on. Where's the dialogue history?
Trouble with T.
Your presence requested at once. Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge. Thought we both. Let's look at this Miss Maeve one again. I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep. Liked to write, emergency transpired just yesterday. Look, this is like a full-on letter.
These are almost telegrams.
And these are almost telegrams. I think it stands for Teddy, right? Because that's what the photo was signed. Hold on, I'm scrolling back. From before Dustin, when we found the photograph. Yeah.
Teddy died in the collapse.
Theodore, they put in the local history books. That's your great-great-uncle or something, the one who died in the collapse. All the letters are addressed to this Miss Maeve, and all are signed E.S. You assume these have to be from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and a place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever this Verena may have been. For Verena Maeve?
Maeve is a first name. Maeve Verena.
No. Before you and Stella know it, the drawer is empty, the floor around you scattered with drained vials, the air stinking of wet rot. E.S. has got to be Enoch Scarlet, and that Maeve could be the witch he was talking about in your vision, the one who could fix their problems. Or maybe the witch is Verena? It's hard to say. Other than that, I'm at a loss. Maybe this will all make more sense once we've explored more of the estate. All right, let's step away from the desk.
You step away from the desk.
You've seen enough. Go back to the hallway. Okay. Bye, creepy room.
Bye, Dustin. Bye, Dustin, Mom.
All right. Let's see where those footprints lead.
You find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time.
Hold on. This is Old Carolina and Rensonado's Best. Looks like grocery boxes.
As you take in your surroundings, Stella slowly pans the camera down the length of the corridor, working to build dread and tension for her future viewers.
And also the players.
She clears her throat again, resuming her narration in a charmingly professional hosting voice.
It is the third floor. You guys would call it the second floor. I call it the third floor. Ground floor, first floor.
Up.
Dun 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 dun. Anyway. Clearly, Petra and I are not the only people who have passed through this supposedly forbidden wing. Who knows, we might wind up running into someone else sneaking around in here. If you're watching this as found footage after the two of us went missing, now you know where to start looking for our bodies.
She drops the camera.
Okay, yeah.
She drops the camera after her morbid joke, her voice returning to its usual casual cadence.
Looks like the footprints go all the way down this hallway into that far door. Kenai, you also notice that there are much fainter tracks leading to the room in front of you, its doorway hidden behind a stack of boxes. These prints are old enough to have accumulated some dust. They were also notably not made by boots. If you had to guess, you'd assume they were loafers or some kind of low heel.
On closer inspection, these are loafers.
All right, options. Explore, approach the window. Explore, try to move the boxes in front of the nearest door. Explore, enter the middle room, or follow the trail into the farthest room. So by window, do they mean down here? I guess. Oh man, y'all are making me nervous. Yeah, room by room, proper adventurer style.
So start furthest away and work back, or start closest and work furthest away?
Try to move the boxes in front of the nearest door. That's where I would start. So it's here, there, or down. Yeah, I'm going to do closest to the furthest. Proper adventurer style. So try to move the boxes from in front of the nearest door.
You do your best to shove the boxes out of the way. If you're packed full of lead, you can practically hear your shoulders and hips creaking and straining with the effort. Try as you might, you can only budge them about an inch. Then they seem to cement themselves in place, and you find yourself gasping for breath after another few desperate pushes.
Here, let me help you with that. You don't need to go straining yourself with the whole, overnight gray situation. Stella steps in, pushing the stack away with a bit of strain.
I choose to believe Stella has at least one sleeves of bullshit
Right.
to help at home.
Well, seems like somebody was trying to keep whatever was in here extra secret. Joke's on them. That just makes me want to tell everybody about it even more.
Oh, come on now.
The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. That's the freaking doll, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh man, this room is great.
Also, that painting is unpleasant. I am alarmed.
I think Stella has powerful for sure. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its 4-poster frame. Search the desk, explore, search the desk, explore, search the closet, or you're done here, return to the hallway.
Desk.
Desk. Always search the desk. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. You start opening drawers. Each one is filled with paper stacked haphazardly, practically spilling out as you attempt to dig for anything important.
There better not be any more vermin in these drawers. It's just about enough uncivilized creatures for today. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Wow, you're lucky to have Stella with you. Seems like solo run for age players in this part of the game is a big disappointment. All these bales and receipts are in
Edwardine's
name. I guess we know whose desk this is. The rest of the room is so neat and tidy. It's amazing that her drawers are such a hoarder's nest of old paper. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Scarlet ladies have always been like this, pretending they have everything together on the surface, then being a total mess on the inside. Sounds like Tabby to a T. Don't tell her I said that.
When you reach the bottom right drawers, you find something entirely different.
Dear. Brace, everybody. I'm not sure what it is we're about to find. Just a content warning reminder. My guess is this was Perlane's sister, Edwardina, right? So probably medical bills,
something
or
in a jar.
trophies, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greetings cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some opened, some sealed, some crumpled into messy balls. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope Pearl Ann treats you to your best Christmas yet. Not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think. Made sure these were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awful pretty. They've still got that beach smell. Make sure you put your ear up to them too. Doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. In case you think that makes me a cheapskate, made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearl Ann to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there.
He's from her dad.
Yeah. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby. Always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I've made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. I've been missing you. My incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad.
Oh my God.
Ella lowers the camera, averting its gaze from the deeply personal letters.
Libby said her dad never tried to get in touch. That he just abandoned her.
Another from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So, the big 2-0. Can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make, like you're the professor of animal noises. No idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if it sometimes feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now. I have no idea what you're like. I'd like to think we get along. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I have a guest room all set up, just in case. Always ready for you, kid. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid. All from him.
It looks like Edwardine and Perlane were keeping these from Tabitha on purpose for her entire life. I don't even know if I should tell her. I mean, there could have been a good reason, right? Like maybe he was awful and telling her would just be painful and dredge up bad memories, but... Okay, options. None of these are explore.
We have to tell her. I'd want to know.
Tabitha deserves one good thing in her life. I don't care if she yells at us for snooping around back here. If we tell her, she'll know we were in here. Do we need to make her relationship with Perlin even more complicated than it already is? For all we know, he's dead or he sucks. How about you tell her after I leave? I'm not sure I want to deal with the fallout of this. You know her better than I do, Stella. What do you think she'd want us to do? And say nothing. Oh, man.
My instinct is I'd want to. Or we have to tell her. Or she deserves one good thing.
Oh. I think I'd want to know is a good one.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go with I'd want to know. Tell her she was loved. Yeah. There isn't an option.
My one regret is that neither one of these two terrible old people are around for us to set fire to them.
The other thing I'm leaning towards is Tabitha deserves one good thing in her life. I don't care if she yells at us for snooping around back here. Yeah, Tabitha's dad is still waiting for her.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, exactly.
I trust your instincts. I think Tabitha deserves to have one.
I want this one. Tabitha deserves one good thing in her life. I don't care if she yells at us for snooping around back here. You're right. She has to know the truth. All right. Okay, so because Perlane and Edwardina were Tabitha's aunts, correct? And they're my aunts as well, right? They're sisters. They're the two girls here, is what's implied. Or maybe this is us. I don't know. That
does have a very Tabby look to it.
I don't know. I don't think the dead stay that way around this town, right? All right. We're going to search the closet. Oh, man.
You make your way to the closet.
Shoes, dresses.
It's as lifeless and tidy as the rest of the room. Seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of the place.
This looks to me like where Perlane would go shopping for Tabby's clothes. It's exactly the sort of thing she wears. Pretty sure I've seen her in that dress before.
The only thing here besides the clothes and shoes is a box, shoved off to one side.
No. It's gonna be photos.
Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing.
Maybe it was her dad's. Boys' clothes. That's weird. When was the last time a boy was born into the family? Oh, God.
Teddy.
It's Teddy, right?
Yeah. When you pull out the lost shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. Mommy, I am in here too. I love you.
What the hell is that?
Well, that's written in blood, and I don't like the material that it's on.
Is that Wayne? I am in here too. What does I am in here too mean?
Wayne is part of a gestalt. Wayne is trapped in the same situation as Charlie was. I am in here too. We've already seen Wayne move around the weird distended reality that happens at the edges of town.
Wayne's going to confront us about all this. He's going to be furious.
Well, he can fucking deal.
It's scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink, cracked with age. Mommy, I am in here too and I love you. What the?
Even through the shiny stuff, I can smell the blood. That is not nice smelling blood either. Put that foul thing back where you found it before it sends me into a frenzy.
It's okay, Gretchen. Stop squirming. It's just paper. Really, really creepy paper.
That's not paper.
Stella zooms in on the unsettling note, making sure the camera takes in every detail. Okay, I got the footage I need. You should put that back before you get a curse from it or something.
Drop the note back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes.
Verlaine and Vivian may have been triplets? Folks, what you just saw was found in the bottom of a box of boys' clothes hidden away in Edwardine Scarlet's closet, where Edwardine had a son. Yet the only children she supposedly ever had were 2 girls. This mystery's getting so thick it's gone from gumbo to gravy.
It's a nice line.
Hold on. I found records yesterday, and actually Edwardine had a stillborn boy. Middle name Charles. That's one dialogue option. That note's just a prank, right? Jesus Christ. I'm scared. That was scary. Say nothing.
So obviously the top one.
Yeah. I found records yesterday, and actually Edward Dean had a stillborn son. And his middle name was Charles. Bet his first name was Wayne. Stella's eyes go wide. No way. You're not just winding me up, right? Because that is a bombshell. I mean, do you think Charlie? But then, oh my God. Okay, hear me out. What if he wasn't stillborn? I mean, he would have been a bastard son, right? With Enoch and all the way he was, and the fact that your family has a whole Southern Gothic thing going on. I hope we find more out about this. Forget about gravy. This mystery just boiled over. Could I am in here too mean multiple personality? Or did Edwardina make boy child dress as girls child to keep it all girls? That's possible. Or I am in here too could mean, I mean, this is a sealed wing of the house, right? What if Enoch found out and literally sealed them in here to starve? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. You're done here. Return to the hallway. Her ladyship's chambers. Oh, you sneakies! How dare you! Her ladyship's chamber is one of the locations in blueprints. Oh gosh, I love that. Well done. Ah, excellent reference. Right, I'm gonna save again. But then why would Wayne be an adult now? Right? How, if he was in children's clothing in the 50s, he'd be much older than the Wayne appears to be now. Unless he's a ghost or something. And
we know all friends possessed by Charles Jr. were keenly aware of what's happening. So,
right.
Yeah.
Edward Dean had children with Charles Shaw and named her stillborn son after him. Charles was her stillborn son's middle name. Yep. Wayne is implied to be the body of a minor possessed by some other presence. Okay. The entire skeleton closet comes dancing out. Exactly. All right. I don't want to go into the farthest room. So it says the window was the next one down. So let's approach the window. I've just saved as well. Keep an eye on the time. We're going to run out. You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Oh, well.
That sure is a cliff. There is nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that somehow still holds this place together. Now.
Jesus. All right. Let's explore and enter the middle room. Oh boy. We've got a haunted nursery, everybody. Can you link the Dramatis Personae document? Yes, absolutely. Here we go, folks. And then just one more reminder about spoiler warnings, because now we've got a haunted nursery and the doll went missing. It was in Perlane's closet.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Wayne took it and put it back in here because this is where he's used to it being. Oh, this is gonna be creepy and nasty, isn't it? Oh, I hate haunted nurseries slightly. Oh! Flap! Hello, my love. Hello, my love. Hello, my love. There we go. Options: explore, check the bookshelf, or you don't want to spend any more time in the creepy nursery. Leave. All right, we're going to check the bookshelf. The top shelf. Okay.
Top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. Lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks.
Yeah.
From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here are not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction.
Keen eye. But that doesn't seem to have stopped them from making their own fun. You see quite a few books with children's art stuffed in between the pages, the corners peeking out, tiny scribbled hands waving at you from their yellowed paper. All right. Options: explore, keen eye, pull out the children's art. Explore, read a few writing practice books, or you're done here, return to the hall. So let's...
Keen eye, obviously.
Obviously, we're going to do keen eye. This is how we're going to get our family tree of who's good and who's bad based on the impressions of children. Pull out the children's art.
You take a particularly doodled-on encyclopedia off the shelf. Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell. If my family goes to the zoo, if Mommy and Grandpa took us to work, if me and Mary Bell and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic.
Okay. And they're all signed Alexandra Scarlett. She's the blonde in the pictures. If Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell, if my family goes... Mommy and Grandpa took us to work. Mommy and Grandpa took us to work. And look, there's the mine. And then if me and Mary Bell and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic.
These children did not yearn for the mines.
What was that? Oh, he's starting to do the whole, are we going to bed soon thing? All right, so if Mommy and Grandpa took us to work. Who's Mary Bell? And who's Alexandra? All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlett. A strange, fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting together as any family would in a child's drawing, and yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way a child would draw a unicorn. Expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of.
Five minutes to add.
There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows their father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him, the girls hovering in the doorway some distance away. Mommy going to work shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of a house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on her face. Wow, these are awful. The viewers are going to eat this up. You get the feeling these are more accurate depictions of the girls' lives. Vivian Scarlett is the player's mom. Okay. And whoever Edwina married was a drunk, it seems. And didn't Edwina marry somebody just to escape, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, they did.
The last picture you pull out gives you pause. There's a new figure here, drawn seemingly behind a barrier.
Whoa.
The two girls sit on the other side, smiles on their cartoon faces. The boy in the wall. Wayne.
Yeah, that's Wayne.
And there's me. See, there's her, And a doll or somebody smaller? Yeah, these children are Alexandra and Mary Bell. The boy in the wall? Are you kidding me? People are going to think I planted this or something. It's just too creepy. So, Alexandra and Mary Bell. These are Edwina's children. Because Pearline is my aunt and Tabitha's mother, right?
Yeah.
We need a family tree. There's got to be one somebody's drawn somewhere. Stella, make sure to linger on the image, getting plenty of B-roll of the scribbled lines. All right. We've got time. So Mary Bell is Vivian and Pearlane's mom.
We have 2 snoozes in the pocket and 2 minutes to go. Alexandra
went missing, and Mary Bell died giving birth to Vivian and Pearlane. Okay. All right, let's snooze and let's go through the writing books. And then we'll have to wrap it up for the night. Yes, cutie patootie. All right, let's read some of the writing practice books.
You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages.
These are copybooks, property of Alexandra Scarlett. Tabitha and Player's grandma is the same person.
Reasons Mommy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time.
These are also the work of Alexandra. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by, but something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, "Today Alexandra continues with, talked to the boy in the wall."
There he is again.
More boy in the wall. I'm getting goosebumps. This is just so weird. Hold on a minute. The little boy's clothes, the note, the fact that Edward Dean has a bastard son at some point. Now a boy in the wall? This is all starting to add up. You're done here. Return to the hall. You and Stella make your way back to the hallway. And our last option is to follow the trail into the furthest room.
I hate to say it, but this is
the perfect place for us to park this, so we have time for some shenanigans before the end of the night. It is all painting a very somebody read a lot of V.C. Andrews novels sort of pictures, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
Right? So, let us have our last ad break, folks. Have a quick stretch. We'll come back. We'll do some theorizing and decompressing. We'll do a little bit of a shenanigan so we don't go to bed on this nightmare fuel. And we'll wrap it up. So, petition to have things stop adding. Yes, Ducky. But Justin and Dustin Mom are fine. Yes. So that's what's important. Get yourself a stretch, everybody. We'll be right back. everybody.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. I do really want a family tree.
Yeah.
Right. So it seems to be the cycle of abuse. The Enoch Shaw's daughters and granddaughters and such were all taught to be isolationist and extremist. And I still really don't know who or what Wayne is, or the boy in the wall. I'm starting to wonder if the boy in the wall might have been Charlie, and that they hid him when he died. I don't know. Ooh, messy.
Brilliant. Terrifying.
Brilliant, terrifying. I caught Blueprints reference. Really loved that. Caught the VC Andrews vibes. Love / hate that. You okay?
Oh yeah, just a little
dry. Seems like literally none of us were wrong, but we're referring to characters via different accurate relationships.
That sure seems to be it.
Right? Yeah. It's pretty messed up. Right, and we come back, we'll continue following the trail into the hidden room. Also, where the hell is Kanika? Damn it. We haven't encountered anything about Kanika yet, other than Enoch Shaw is a Confederate bastard, exactly like we knew he was. There's a pattern of a Scarlet going missing every generation.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there absolutely is. And maybe Edwina's approach was, no, you can take the boy, I'm keeping the girls.
Not good.
Not good at all. So, let us do a shenanigan. We've got a little short one here just to have some... I've still got headphones in. Just to have something a little fun so we don't go to bed on nightmare fuel, and it contains no content warnings. This is an important notice posted in the window of a shop.
Dogs.
Image description. A photograph of a typed notice stuck on a shop window with the contact method for Salt Shack listed at the top and a wide arrow at the bottom with the following text.
Important notice. Dogs are welcome, but...
We are an educational mineral science company, and we pride ourselves on being accommodating to both man and beast. However, people often gingerly stick their head through the door and ask whether dogs are allowed inside, to which we politely reply, of course, before the person brings in what is genetically closer to a horse.
Understand that we have a great deal of precious and delicate minerals in this shop, and because of this, it is somewhat anxiety-inducing to have a dog that has seemingly been crossbred with an M1A1 Abrams tank meandering around the shop, wagging a tail that is likely triggering tsunamis on the other side of the planet.
Below is an arrow, much like the height limit on a roller coaster. If your dog is above this arrow, we recommend mooring it to a lamp post with very deep foundations before entering the shop. Then once you're done, you can simply ride it home and go about your day.
Note, if you feel that you have been missold a horse as a dog, contact your local vet for species verification.
It's adorable. Yeah, very bull in a china shop kind of thing. That you can just ride it home and go about your day. I would like a dog.
Yes.
But it would be the size of Moro from Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
And how on earth would I feed it?
Enthusiastically.
Like with a shovel.
Yeah.
You know, just... Ooh. Here we go. Edwardine, or Eddie, not Edwina, just in case. Yeah, it's Edwardine. If anybody finds a good drawing that a fan has made of the Shaw family tree, let's find it, right? Sadly, a dog the size of a horse.
Right, me too.
I mean, who wouldn't? But probably not terribly safe now, is it?
Fun, though.
Fun, but not safe is, a whole vibe. Exactly. Oh, Grey Garden. Yeah, no, wrong way. That's fine. Let's wrap up for the day, everybody, and talk about where we're gonna be next.
Okay, Full Lid's coming out as normal this Friday.
That's the plan. Yep.
And then next week we are.
And then we will be playing Oberdin on Sunday.
Yeah,
for sure. We will not be back here next Wednesday, so there will be some time off. And then whether or not Full Lid comes out next Friday is likely, because I'll have a couple of days in advance to get it prepped.
It's mostly built. I just need to write the article. The rest of it's done.
Oh, it just doesn't have any content. It's fine.
Know what the article is. I just haven't had time to read the book yet.
That's
Not a long
you were a
book.
speed reader. You were an absolute speed reader. Anyway, and then so no Wednesday stream on the 4th, but then stream on Sundays like usual, and then we should be back here on 7 + 4 is 11th, the 11th of March. That's the plan. 2 supernatural mystery game streams going simultaneously from you. I love it so much. Obra Dinn is so compelling. I'm kind of like, so I'm trying to wean myself off of truly mindless little games on my phone. And I followed Ursula's suggestion and I've downloaded some of those like logic games. The grids where the griffin steals the toast but never on a Thursday kind of things, and you have to do all the little puzzles. And it's definitely got me doing more like investigative mindset sort of stuff. So Obra Dinn is just really scratching an itch. I want to get in there and be like, right, now that I've learned enough about the mechanics, I want to start from the top and try and fill in as many gaps as I can, because I have the feeling that the game is now saying, this is pretty much all the clues you're gonna get. Go through them all and try to figure out as much as you can before you leave.
I'm not quite as convinced, but you're right. Time is marching on. I'm curious as to...
Well, there's finally been a state of change that indicates time is passing. And at some point, I wonder if it's going to say, you should leave now or something. And we'll have to figure it out.
Keep pushing until it does.
Yeah, exactly. But there's obviously people who have escaped or gotten away because their bodies are not on the ship.
I suspect that's the chapter we unlock when we're finished.
Which
we
is
get to go find out what happened.
Somebody else has tracked down the survivors and then we'll see what story they tell. But no, it's great. And that's because what's the one with the dog?
You're going to have to be a lot more
the
specific.
shepherd.
The free shepherd.
The free shepherd. How long until that game's out?
Doesn't even have a release date.
No!
Definitely this year.
I need the border collie running through eco-like environments, doing magical things and hurting sheep and rolling around.
And getting scritches.
Cute. I need that game. Yeah, Duck Detective is very fun. I enjoyed that. But yeah. Okay.
All right.
I think that's everything for the night, folks. Oh, yeah. Ooh, wait. Here we go. Family members.
Thanks, Sandwich.
All right. Here's the Scarlets. See also Scarlet Family Tree. That's exactly what I want. There we go. So there is. Oh my God. That's Andrew Jackson?
Stonewall?
Right? That seems to be what's implied here. Oh dear. So yeah, there's okay. Edwardine, there's Alexandra and Mary Bell. Vivian, Perlane. You, and Tabitha. Okay, so Vivian and Perlane were sisters. Mary Bell and Alexandra were sisters. Edwardine looks like had multiple siblings. And there's a lot of Charlies. Oh gosh. All right. Yeah. See, here's an image of one. We saw this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We saw this picture. Good job to the person who captured this. Totally terrifying that Andrew Jackson is in this family tree. Nasty.
Unsurprising, though.
Unsurprising. That's probably whose Confederate uniform is in Enoch's office, isn't it? Because that's his father. Ew. Ew. Anyway. And on that note, please don't go staring at the creepy family tree. Have a lovely evening, everybody.
Thanks so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And he's been a touch grumpy, but we still love him. We'll see you next time.
He's ready for bed. So we'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.